Everybody can use a good side piece.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Talent and Dan, back with another
guys?
side piece for you. Today, we are going to talk about rap music, or hip-hop, both, actually. And there is a difference. We can even talk about that. One of our main topics in this is going to be Eminem. I know you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing about it already. But you guys are having all kinds of arguments. We're going to have ours. We might have a special guest coming in here a little bit later, too, to add to the conversation. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's start at the beginning for us. What was the first rap music you can remember hearing? Or hip-hop?
Beastie Boys.
Yeah?
And then Miami Booty Music.
I remember Two Live Crew.
Yes.
In our
Two
neighborhood,
Live Crew, yeah.
that kid Jeff, I don't remember what his last name was, but he lived on Sheffield.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing it for the first time, like...
I still love it. Like, I still love Two Live Crew. It's just fun.
What
Miami Booty Music is just lit fun. Band in the USA.
Band in the USA, man.
Yeah,
that was probably the first exposure I had to rap music. And, yeah...
It's wonderful. Like I love it. It's so good. It's so fun.
I don't know about you, but back then, like, I still didn't really get into it.
No.
Because that was like middle school from my memory, maybe even elementary and the middle when I first heard.
So that's why I think Beastie Boys was first. Like Fight for Your Right and Girls.
Yeah.
Was like late elementary school, like 5th grade for me, I think.
So like I was aware that type of music was around.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't me. It wasn't what I was listening to when I was in high school. I was listening to Metallica, 9 Inch Nails, Pearl Jam.
Right.
A lot of the stuff you and John used to listen to.
Right.
I was kind of like just spill over that and movie soundtracks. It was weird about that. I used to...
but you'd watch the movie and like you could listen to the music and you'd just be thinking about it in your head. You'd be watching the scenes without seeing it.
Jurassic Park over and over. I'd play that. It's crazy. I wish I should listen to more classical now. But as far as me getting into rap, it wasn't until I think it was 1997.
97?
96, 97. It was whenever John first started to come out to Orlando. I think just before or right when he moved here. I don't know when that was. I graduated in 99.
It would have been 97. We graduated in May of 97. So he moved out here.
I came up and he was living with Killer. Killer's profound with his music at one point. I don't know what happened to you, Killer, and maybe you are on the cutting edge of music at this point, but I don't think you are. You would have been showing me still. But at the time, he had been playing Timbaland and like Outkast for John.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I heard a Timbaland album one night, hanging out with them, and I'm like, for the first time ever, I actually heard it. Like, yeah, I'd heard Two Live Crew, I heard the Beastie Boys, and yeah, occasionally you kind of hear
Chronic. See, I remember Chronic and Doggy Style too, and that was the first time that I was like, oh, what is this?
Doggy Style.
Chronic and Doggy Style, and that was my 9th grade year.
Was that the one, Doggy Style? Did that have that 9 Million Ways to Die, choose one or whatever? Yeah. That album.
Murder Was the Case, Gin and Juice,
holy cow.
Lottie Dottie.
Yes. Blew my mind.
And Chronic, you had nothing but a G thing, and you had like
and around that
Little
time,
Gangsta Boy.
ATLians from Outkast.
Yeah. I think they were a little bit later, but yeah.
Well, then Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music. Yeah. No matter how you slice it, they are a little bit later. But that time frame is when my head exploded when it came in. And then in 99, 2 years after I could finally feel rap music, Eminem comes along.
See, he got me in. Like, I had like those little ones that we talked about that I liked, but I hadn't made the jump yet.
Oh, Outkast did it for me.
See, I didn't even really
I was already there.
I didn't really catch with the Outkast. Like, I did later. Like, Eminem got me there, and then I went back and cataloged, and that's also when I found like NWA. And I was like, whoa.
Eminem opened it up in a whole other way, too.
So I just, because anything he had mentioned, I was like, well, let me go check this out. And it just kind of like spawned out of that. Like, so But that was when I was really like, I gotta listen to like everything hip hop, and I just like.
What do you think when people say like Eminem's what do you call that? Somebody who takes a culture and exploits it. Like
I don't.
they have a term, I can't remember. All these crazy people have a term for everything now.
Right.
You know, you're exploiting the black culture or whatever, but in reality it isn't black culture, it's poverty culture.
Right.
Because what are the Huxtables? You know,
Right.
what are they? Are they trying to be white?
Right.
No, they're just black people that are doing well.
Yeah.
Wasn't you know? So it's to a point where I don't like the whole the great white hope. Like white people don't have rhythm. White people don't know how to do whatever.
Yeah.
He's like a rarity. He's a rarity in the sense that I think he is the best that has ever done it.
I agree. But I've always said that.
Yeah,
so
but
I could be considered biased.
and it has nothing to do with skin color. Somebody else could come along, and somebody might have. We don't know because his track record isn't completely proven yet. But Mr. Kendrick Lamar might just pick that torch up and keep going. Cause what?
Yeah. He's something else.
The same with the triple meanings, you know, like when somebody's able to say something and they mean three different things, all in the one sentence.
To Pimp a Butterfly was so good that like I don't know.
I know local rappers that are so they loved him before To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
But from that on, they don't.
Well, he did it
they're
at the
hating.
end.
They're hating. Why are you hating? He's getting better. I'm sorry, but that shit you guys that you think is so fucking hot it's weak in comparison to where he's at. I think he's gotten better.
He did that way he ended To Pimp a Butterfly with that interview with Tupac was so brilliant. A way to get something that Tupac's message out without without telling people to go listen to the albums. You just give them a little taste, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, I gotta hear what this guy was about."
It's like reaching back to the past. It is almost like passing the torch to yourself, but at the same time, you are doing what you just said. Hey guys, if you want to know, if you really want to understand where I'm coming from, check this out. This is where I'm coming from. This is what I grew up on. This is what I know. So like, if you
like what I'm saying, then this is where I'm getting. This is my starting.
I don't know, man. People I've heard. I don't know who these rappers are. I don't know half the people that the mumble rappers. I couldn't name them. I see pictures of people and I'm just I don't know who the fuck that is. They'll probably not be here in a couple of months anyway. They're not going to be Tupacs and Kendricks and Eminems. You know, like these people are just going to fade off. They're trends. But the reason for that, and these people are the ones that are they're saying things like, "Oh, fuck Tupac. He wasn't that good. He wasn't that good." Did you really listen to it? And if you did, could you hear it? Because if you're one of these mumble rap people, I'm wondering, like, what do you... Does it mean anything? And if it does, what does it mean? It means something about getting a drink and fucking a bitch? Like, something about your car or your jewels? It doesn't mean anything. That means nothing.
Right.
But then it begs the question, let's get in from Pac to Biggie. Because, all right, Big he could get deep. I'm not saying he couldn't, but mostly it was about gangster shit, fucking bitches.
It was, but it was great.
It was amazing.
It was great.
Yeah, you want to dance to that. He makes being bad look good.
But we only got to see the start of the turn. You think?
Yeah. Well, we don't know. That's just
you know.
But to take that then for the argument of Big versus Pac, who's better? Pac was like already blooming, like he was like
no, for sure.
So if I had to look at it just like as a race, you know, like two thoroughbreds coming down the line, like Pac crossed that shit, he wins.
If
he
you were
he was a
to,
poet, and they both made amazing music.
okay,
And depending on your preference and your taste of music, I could see why you would like Pac or Big better than Pac, because if you want to have a party, you might not want to put on certain Pac songs, man. You're gonna bring people down. You know?
right? Okay, well, how about this? If you go back to right before they both died, who do you think you've more likely seen the best of? Big or Pac?
Pac.
You'd already seen the best of Pac?
The best of him? No. See.
Okay, see that's what, because I don't think we. I don't think.
No. Neither
I
one
don't-
of them. Neither
yeah.
one of them. You are missing that.
No, I'm just asking. I'm
The
just
whole
asking because.
world is missing out. There
Oh.
was so much more to. They were both young.
Yeah.
We're older than they were when they died, and
Oh yeah.
it's so weird to think, because like when I look at old footage, even I look at them and they look older than me. Like they look older than me. I feel like they look like my elders.
You're still remembering those images from when you as a kid.
Yeah.
You're remembering them
I
the
have
way you
no
remember
other.
the
I have
first
no
time.
other way
Yeah.
to perceive it.
You're gonna remember how you felt at the time.
But it's weird because if I look at they have footage of Biggie as a young kid in New York, like rapping, and he looks like a young kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think until I'm an old man and really wrinkly, I'll probably always look at them that way. Like they're older than me. Until I look crinkly and old and decrepit,
Right.
then I'm gonna go, oh yeah, they look young. This is a weird part of life. When you're young, like from childhood through teenage years till you become an adult, there's so much change happening. But then you reach adulthood, and from adulthood to like when you get old, there's a huge gap.
Yeah, adulthood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where you're.
Well, some people get parenthood.
And there's that.
That's a change.
Yeah.
That's their next big
and
change.
and it ages you even more.
It does. Oh my God, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
I've seen
Like,
it.
and
And
I'm one of
you
those-
and John.
See, I'm one of those people, like, with music and talking about it, like, I'm never really gonna discover new music. Like, I don't listen to enough. I don't have enough time to listen and go in and discover new music. So, like,
I can help with that.
It's really odd that I even found Kendrick. Like, I found Kendrick one day when we were watching. I was watching the Grammys, and he did the performance when he came out to the chain with the Chain Gang, and there was like fire all over the stage. I'm like, oh my
Alabama
God.
Shakes.
Who's
First
this?
time I saw them was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands now.
And I was just like, wow, this guy's great. And I went and listened. Like,
Do
just
you watch Saturday Night Live?
I do.
Well, that's a good way to pick up
That's
on new
how,
stuff.
because that's how I do. That's about all I do watch for that. So, yeah, it's not that often that you find something that just immediately grabs me, and I'm like, I have to look into this. So, because your peak music years are your teenage years and your 20s.
your formidable years.
Those are the
When you're
years. That,
coming into
like
your
that's
own,
always going to be the
figuring out
best
who
music
you are,
to you.
what relates. But that's just it too. And when it really kicked in, you know, what was it, 97 or 16?
Right.
That's when it really hit. And the most important shit to me then was like Timbaland, Outkast, 9 Inch Nails, Metallica, like, and what a weird mix.
Right.
Eminem coming along was like
Yeah.
a culmination of all of that.
Yeah.
Rock and roll and whatever. And not to mention, I mean, come on, I guess I don't know. I didn't know what color he was. I never, like, it never crossed my mind either. Like, when I listened to the Beastie Boys, whether they were black or white, it was just people rapping.
Yeah.
There's another thing, too, you guys should know. We didn't come up in a necessarily divided community. Yeah, we're from Florida, but, like, black and white people got along. We're not in some weird racially divided place. Like, Georgia's pretty bad from what I heard. They even had separate homecomings and stuff while we were going to school.
Wow.
Yeah. Hopefully that's still not going on. If it is, fix it! What I'm saying though is race wasn't really an issue. It wasn't something I was thinking about while I was listening to it. But then when I saw the music videos and I'm like, oh shit, this is a white dude with dyed blonde hair. Man, at that age, I was already dyeing my hair blonde.
Yeah.
Why? Because people were doing that. It was a thing. Why do you think Eminem did it? He didn't start it.
Yeah.
He was just one of the guys doing it.
I did it.
So
It
after,
was ridiculous.
yeah, I did it for years.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you,
I liked it. I like the way I look with blonde hair.
Yeah, me too. Well, when I was young, real young, I had blonde hair, like
Not
that
me.
blonde.
Yeah.
So it was no different. I
Right.
was just like, as an older me with that kind of hair. But you know, it got to a point he got so big that everyone's like, okay, Eminem, and it's like, I'd get mad. I'm like, man, stop fucking calling me Eminem because I'm white and my hair's blonde. I've been dyeing my hair longer than he has. Now, I don't know if that's true. But I didn't know who he was and I was already dyeing my hair.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I
He
got
didn't
it.
start the friggin' trend.
Still looks weird to me if he's got dark hair.
Yeah.
Like on all the
like
photos
the
now, yeah.
beard and everything.
Yeah.
But he's gotta. Because what is he gonna do?
No, I know.
He's getting older.
Dude, he's 45 and he's rapping.
Yeah.
Like, you should be
He-
saying something.
yeah.
You should be saying something different.
He was exactly
Like-
for those people who wanted to go back. Come on, man, you gotta grow up. This man cannot exist in this world, and trust me, I wish he could. I wish I could be him.
Kim don't work at 45, man.
Yeah,
That song doesn't work at 45.
it doesn't. No, you gotta grow up at some point. People.
Yeah, it's just how it is, unfortunately.
And as far as growing up goes, he even said this in an interview. He can't please anybody. He's like, the people are like, I miss the old Eminem. He does the old Eminem. They're like, oh, he's doing the same old shit. He needs to change, grow up.
I still love you, man.
I love you too.
Like,
As far as the new album goes, let's break it down. I gotta say, it's a halfway masterpiece. It's not like some of your other albums where I can listen to it start to finish. This one, I have to skip tracks.
okay, by definition, you can't have that many masterpieces.
What?
You can.
It's
not your-
pitching a no-hitter?
It's not your masterpiece. You can
telling
only
me
have
it's
a
not
couple.
possible? I'm not saying anybody's done it yet. And look,
Yeah, I'm just saying, in order to be a masterpiece, it has to be special.
Yeah.
And we've seen it.
yeah,
He's done it.
yes. Yeah.
Like-
How much can we expect from a rap god? Give me God shit!
He's done really good albums, man.
Yes, he's
Like,
amazing. And
for him to dethrone some of those albums we've heard is all I'm saying is to dethrone some of the ones we've already heard is calling a pretty tall order. This album is great to listen to. Yeah, you might skip a track or two. Every guest star on this album nails it.
4 or 5, maybe.
19 songs.
Is it 19?
19 with
We
two.
established it's an hour and 18 minutes.
19 songs with like 2 interludes and an end, so 16 songs. You like
5 or 6
2/3 of them
suck.
2/3 of
They're
them.
not just okay. I mean, there are a couple that are okay. But there are some that outright suck. Like, I don't know.
See, I have
Maybe somebody could listen to it and like it, but not only do I not like it, and I want to like it.
Okay.
At the outset, I'm like, I want to like this, but just
I find 2 or 3 that I skip and that's it.
Yeah.
And then I just roll through the rest of it.
out of how many? 19?
19, but like I think it's 2 or 3 interludes.
You
Like
can't
2.
count those, so that
So
would be
16.
So
16
13 you like.
Yeah, I'm down with 13 of the songs, and like 7 or 8 of them I love. Like love.
Okay, and
Like,
I'm down
and
with
that's-
you on that. This is another thing.
and that,
People
to
should
me-
appreciate that Ed Sheeran track is haunting.
Yeah.
Like, wow. What was the other one? The one where he goes off, like.
Oh, we have Untouchables, which is brilliant. That's
Oh my God.
That's up there in his greatest songs.
Oh, this brings me to the Pac level.
Right.
That song is painful.
Yeah.
Like, if you really listen to what he's saying,
Yeah.
it's hard to hear.
Yeah.
Black boy, bro.
Yeah. And that good father, great dad, bad husband. Another one where he just lays it out and he just does that and he gives you a glimpse into him like nobody else does.
Yeah.
Like
totally,
that's it.
totally.
Like he
How
just
many of
lays
these
his
other
pain on the
rappers,
table.
Like they're putting on, bro.
Yeah.
They're putting on.
And like
It's a show. They're not telling you who they are. They're not digging deep.
to what I've always listened to, like I'm a huge Floyd fan. Like I'm a huge Pearl Jam Nirvana fan. But all these people, they're talking about like self-pain and they're just laying it out there, all of them. And that's kind of like, it's just him doing it in hip hop. Like so, and the way. It's great, man. Like, but I agree. Not every song's great. It's
Eminem.
not. It's not Marshall Mathers LP.
Come visit Dan. He wants to blow you.
And it's not Recovery, but whatever. I love it.
No, you say it's not Recovery.
It's not Recovery.
Is that your favorite album?
No, Marshall Mathers.
I knew you were going to
Isn't
say that. You don't like Marshall Mathers LP 2 as much.
It's up there though.
Do you like that one less or more than the new one? What is the new one called even?
Revival?
Revival, that's right. Because they had the stupid prescription ad. That, you know what? You gotta get different PR people. I hope you weren't in charge of that. He probably doesn't even care. Just like, whatever.
Like, I think I would put this one right. It's like this. I haven't decided yet.
Between
those two.
Okay.
And that would be 4 or 5. For the 4 or 5 slot. One would be 4, one would be 5.
Okay. And then, what's number 1? You said Marshall Mathers.
Recovery. 2.
Okay.
Show. Eminem Show.
Which is the one
3.
with the red curtains. Yeah, dude, that album.
White
I don't know.
America.
Yeah. That's probably number 2 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that album still. I listen to that.
I love all the stuff on that album on Recovery about Proof.
Yeah.
That I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why it's my number 2 album. Like
Yeah.
I just love it.
That'd
And
be
how
number
like
th- that's
and the
number 3.
Recovery
Number
like
3
this,
for me.
The end is very very happy and joyous and like you know what I mean like it's
This is something you guys are witnessing it for the first time. At the end of every one of these episodes, let's do a top 5.
okay. Top 5.
So we should have done like our top 5
five.
Marvel Origins. What your order was, what mine was.
Well, we kind of did.
Yeah, I
We
guess.
didn't
Yeah,
classify them, but we
all the
named
way,
5.
but we did.
We named 5 that we liked,
So-
and we told the ones we didn't. We only talked about 8 movies, so.
So
But-
for this though, the top 5
My top
Eminem
5
albums
is
Go.
Marshall Mathers, Stan, all that
Yeah.
good stuff like that.
Yeah.
Amityville. I love Amityville. I could listen to that all the time. There's that one, and then there's Recovery, and then it was Eminem Show, and then it was either Marshall Mathers LP 2 or Revival. I gotta keep listening to Revival a few more times to make that final, because the songs on LP 2 are incredible, and I love them. But I think there's more of them on this that I feel that way about.
I'm putting Revival with Relapse. Like, I'm not saying
You don't think it's better?
liked
You don't think
Relapse.
it's better than?
I liked some.
You don't think it's better than
it's
Encore?
Weird.
You don't think it's better than Encore?
Oh yeah. Encore is the worst.
So you have it at 5.
Encore is at the bottom.
I'll see it.
Then, from there it would be Relapse. Then Revival.
Okay, so you have it at 5, and I have it at 4 or 5. So we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. My first one is Eminem's first.
Oh no, I didn't ever name. Oh no, that's in there.
That's number 1.
That's
For me.
number 1 for you. Okay.
And
See, that's
look,
above
it's
Eminem.
crazy.
I forgot about that
it's
one.
It's so out of whack.
That was 3.
Holy
Everything takes a
shit.
step down. Because it's so
Blew
raw.
my mind.
Because it's just so raw.
Yeah. So crazy.
Yeah.
Never heard anything like it. Probably never will again. He can't.
I never meant to give emotions, girl.
Oh my god, dude! This is the story of my senior year.
Yeah.
This.
I know.
I lived that shit.
Yeah.
So that's my number 1. My number 2, it has to be the Eminem Show. It had
Really?
yes. And then my number 3 would be a Recovery.
Marshall Mathers.
No. Recovery.
Recovery.
Yeah.
Recovery's good.
Then Marshall Mathers LP. Then Marshall Mathers LP 2.
Really?
Yes. And I have my reasons.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Oh,
Come
no,
on.
I want no.
Bring it.
Okay. No. Okay. his number one go-off song of all time is on Marshall Mathers LP. Right?
Okay, now we're not going off songs.
But if you
because
wait a minute,
if I had to pick a song off something, my top 5 songs might just come off that album. I'm listening to the album as a.
But there's not a bad song on that album.
These albums were made to be listened to as a whole piece.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because you have your interludes, like when the Eminem show starts, the curtains open.
Right.
Like Encore's so dumb. I don't know. Like you had those extra songs, just put them out like as an EP. Like
no, that was Curtain Call.
Oh, that's right.
Encore was the one with Triumph.
No, but
it was the one with Cleaning Out My Closet.
Yes, and
it was the one with
good. It's not good. It's at the bottom. It's absolutely. Curtain Call is the in between to that though. Either way.
Well, because that one's just got like 4 songs. Like I don't even consider that one of his albums because it's the greatest hits.
They're all garbage. Anyway, now I'm.
But dude,
and I am up for debate. Look, this is up for debate in my mind now. You got me thinking. Because Marshall Mathers LP versus Recovery.
No, Marshall Mathers LP versus Eminem show. I'm saying Marshall Mathers LP is the second best album he's ever done.
Yeah, well, not me. I still would take Eminem show. He has this political tone. I feel like he's shown signs of it in this new album, in Revival.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my favorite tracks. I wish he would do more of that, and I bet he would, but I have a feeling he's afraid that people don't want him to get all preachy. And
I want the more personal.
Well,
because that one's the fuck you to the media.
So look, check that out.
That
defines why your top 5 are what your top 5 are and why mine are what mine are. Because I'm looking for him to be the world leader. Make me king in this new world order.
And I think it also relates back to when I heard it.
Yes, and this is what always people don't understand. All music, all movies, like. When we were kids, the Ewoks were awesome, but the adults who watched that shit hated it.
Right.
Jar Jar Binks, to some people who are adults now, wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's all depending on how old you were and what your perception was when you took it in. I mean, whether it holds true later in life or not is another discussion, but your understanding in relation to it is directly dependent upon your perspective. Where you stand to observe it affects how you're going to perceive it. You know? So we could listen to the same thing at the same time, but you're further along in life, so you're going to see it from a slightly different angle. So it means something different to you. My grandmother told me there's this book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull, one of my favorite books. It's a kind of short book, and it's about a seagull going through his life. And, like, literally, a seagull.
I understand.
My grandmother told me to read it 3 times in my life. Read it when I was a kid, which I did. Read it as an adult, and then read it when you're old. She said it will mean 3 completely different things.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
And I think all music would be like that. I don't think, though, we're that far off. The Eminem is going to mean all that much different shit to us. At this point, it's just like you said. It's just a personal thing where you'd rather hear about his life and who he is and his personal struggles. I'd rather hear him taking on the fucking system and getting crazy and weird. Just fucking take some mushrooms.
And in a way, he was kind of taking on, like, all of them were taking on a system. It was just the systems he was taking on. Like, he was taking on, like, personal relationships, and then he was taking on, like, the media, and then he was taking on the government.
And the whole rap industry, because, I mean, he sticks out like a green hat with an orange bill.
Yeah.
You know? Like, everything he had to overcome. I don't think people even understand that. Like kids now, because I mean, there's Macklemore, there's Yellow Wolf, there's name it, fucking Post Malone. You've got so many.
People wanted to make him Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, like again, what do they call that? The culture jacker. There's a name for it. There's they have this thing that they say that people do, and they're trying to say like he's like Elvis.
Yeah.
I just don't see that. I think there was a story about a family that threw a birthday party for their daughter, and she was big into Japanese stuff. So everyone wore kimonos and Japanese robes and stuff. And cultural appropriation, that's what
There
it
it
is.
is.
People tried to say that what this family was doing with their daughter was like cultural appropriation. You're exploiting the Japanese culture for your own entertainment or whatever. Somebody from Japan ended up going, no, we actually like the fact that you like our culture. And if you guys dress like us, it's like you're honoring us. Like, they dig that.
Right.
That's what, like, people all across the world were emulating Americans because we were so cool. The James Dean look and, like,
Right.
we didn't get mad about that. Why would they get mad about that? But people don't, and what's happening nowadays is weird. Like, these people are getting hypersensitive over stuff that really, calm the fuck down. Really.
Right.
And when it comes to, like, black culture, a lot of my black friends, that when they discuss Eminem, they get it. They like him to do, they want him to do more because he's bridging a gap.
Yeah.
He's making it so that white kids are growing up gonna have some sort of a understanding of that culture. Because if you don't have a way to communicate, that's when shit gets out of hand. Like,
Yeah. Oh, and you
if
understand.
it was a bunch of hillbilly fucking country music, listen, I don't know what he's saying. Go back to your own country. What power?
Right, and it's getting people, and it's giving the story, and it's people letting struggle because they do such a good job nowadays of like bringing other artists on. They've been doing it for years. You bring other artists on, and you hear them, and then you want to listen
When
to them.
did that even start too? I remember that Timbaland, one of the first rap albums I listened to, he had a bunch of guest artists, and I as a fan now, like, and then even then going back and listening to other rappers' albums, there weren't really crossovers. Like, that wasn't a thing.
Well, yeah, but you got to think like it had to get there. Like hip hop as we know it, we saw it start.
Yeah.
Like we were there. Like
Yeah.
for literally it starting. You could say you saw the start of hair band, but you didn't see the start of rock and roll music.
No.
You know, we were there for the start of hip hop, and
Yeah.
it kind of started. And you saw it a lot with like the Dre album.
Do you ever
but
find
he was
that
doing
weird?
he was bringing the
Like,
people.
Pac and Biggie were on the radio while they were alive.
Yeah,
While we were alive.
yeah,
Like, we heard them on the radio while they were alive.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That's like for my mom was alive with Jimi Hendrix. I can't fathom it. Jimi Hendrix died before I was alive.
Yeah,
And,
69. Yeah.
and he's like one of my favorite artists of all time. I listen to the Jimi Hendrix experience at least once a month. At
Yeah.
least.
So you gotta. So I guess it's because it just started like since we saw that, but you saw Dre do it with people, but it was up and coming artists that we had never seen before.
At Dre.
And then he would do that, and then, so it kind of happened there, but then it just started happening because the world got so big.
So we did top 5 Eminem albums. Top 5 rap artists. Your favorite. Top 5. Go. None of this, hey, by the way, people, we can change our minds. None of this is permanent.
Right.
As of this episode, at this moment.
Eminem, Kendrick, Biggie, Pac. Wyclef.
Okay.
And just
What?
because of the music he gives me. I don't think he's the greatest rapper, but I just love the Wyclef
Okay.
album.
I'm gonna go with Eminem. No, this is gonna get this. All right, Eminem's my number 1. As in, I think he's the best rapper of all time so far, and maybe forever, but probably not. Somebody will end up clocking him, and so the rest of them, I don't know what order. So, but nipping at his heels, we got Kendrick Lamar, Black Thought from the Roots, Nas, and we're talking lyricists here, and Tupac. Biggie would be in there, but he's just underneath. That's my top 5.
Hey. Yeah.
All right.
I'd
Now,
probably put Jay-Z in instead of Wyclef.
all right, cool. I'll take that. And that's much, yeah. Jay-Z would be just under Biggie for me.
Yeah.
He's
Wyclef
like
is just
Biggie's
one of my
protege.
favorite artists to listen to because I'm loving what he's doing with all his songs, but he's not
I
a
love
great
his
rapper.
music too,
he's
man.
Not,
But
it's not
like,
because of
I would,
rapping.
I would rather listen to a Fugees album than a Wyclef album.
No.
Lauryn Hill and fucking what's his name with Wyclef, the Fugees. Oh,
I love the Fugees and I love the score,
yes.
but
Score is a
But-
masterpiece.
but
Top 5 albums of all time.
I don't think the score is as good as The Eclectic or as good as The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill as their solo albums because they both peaked as artists. So to order to say that, you know what I mean, I think those are their two best albums personally, and I think it's better than the score.
Are you 30?
Yeah, we're close.
Oh, we've almost reached our time, so
Yeah.
we'll end it with this. We're gonna play a little game.
Oh no.
How many kids do they have? Rap artist version. Eminem. How many kids does he have?
4.
Wrong. 3. One of them is his biologic.
Right, and then
He has adopted his niece
yeah.
and adopted the child Kim had with another man, which is Haley's stepsister, basically, or half sister.
Half sister.
Yeah, so it's her half sister and her cousin.
Haley, Whitney, Elena.
That's it. Those are his 3 kids. This is fresh off the internet.
How do you have 4?
Google if you want. All right. Next up, Kendrick Lamar. How many kids?
I have no idea.
No.
2.
1.
1.
Next up, Biggie. How many kids did he have?
2.
Correct. Biggie had 2.
One when he was really, really young, and then one with Faith.
Correct. How many kids did Pac have?
I have no idea.
Come on, you gotta guess. Throw something out.
1.
None. There is no heir to Pac's throne. Pac
not
had
know
no
that.
kids. There are people who have claimed,
sad.
but they've never proven anything, and so it stands on the internet. At least they say Pac had no kids. That is sad. Jay-Z. This should be easy. It's modern. How many kids does Jay-Z?
He just got the twins, right? Did he just have?
3. He
Oh, he
had
has
one
one?
before. Blue Ivy.
With her?
Yes, Beyonce. And
Right. That's right, they do. Okay, yeah.
yeah, and then they had the twins. Okay. Big Boy from Outkast. How many kids?
Oh man, he's always on a radio show I listen to too. He's on there all the time smoking that gas. 3.
Correct. Big
right.
Boy had 3 kids. Good job, bro. All right. Andre from Outkast. How many?
No idea.
I knew that one.
Did you?
Yeah, without even looking, I knew that because there was a big deal about it.
Really?
Yeah.
1.
One kid. Her name's 7 with Erykah Badu. I
Yes. Yes.
think.
Yes.
They didn't stay together. I don't think they were ever married. Even.
Right.
They just had a kid.
It's a terrible game.
No, why is this a terrible game? This is awesome. Wait till you see. Now I'm naming ones that I asked you who your favorite rappers are. J. Cole. How many kids?
1.
Maybe. Yes. And that is the answer. 1 maybe. He's super private.
Yeah.
People don't know, but they think he has a daughter.
Now I'm gonna be one of these people. Like I respect the hell out of what I've heard from J. Cole, but I don't like to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't. I'm always listening to music at work,
Why did you pick him?
and it doesn't move. Because I didn't know what we were doing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if we were just talking great. Because I want to give him props.
One
Because
maybe.
because Forest Hills Drive is good, but it's just I never want to listen to. You know what I mean? Like it's just never. And when it comes through on my music, because I always listen to shuffle of 1,000 songs, I'm always like,
It comes on.
it's kinda,
They're trying to put him. They're trying to shove him down your throat. He's got good publicists. To be honest with you, I couldn't name one J. Cole song. Snoop. How many?
He's got 3.
Wrong. 4.
One.
Snoop has 4 kids. Wyclef.
3.
1. one kid. Easy E.
No idea.
Guess. Throw a number out. Easy.
1.
Think about
He
what we're
had
talking
1.
about here. Easy. I'll tell you what, it's more than 1.
2.
9. Easy's got 9 kids.
Wow.
Last one. DMX.
Oh, I don't know anything about DMX.
Really? He's one of my favorite rappers,
Yeah,
actually. He'd be somewhere just under Jay-Z for me.
He yells a lot.
Boy, he's a dog.
He yells a lot.
How many?
See, I'm also one of those people that like what I like, I listen to a lot of, so I don't listen to a lot of different stuff. See,
Yeah.
because I want to be able
You're
to
gonna listen to that album over and over.
I want to be able to flow with the music.
I don't know. I switch it up. Like every week, I have I'm with you on like the over and over, but like almost every week, I'll switch what I'm listening to. Not to say that it's a new album, because if there's not good new music,
Right.
I'll just go back to something else. That's when I jump back into my Jimi Hendrix or my DMX.
Right.
But more often than not, I mean, like The Weeknd came out with that track with fucking Daft Punk, and I was hooked on just that song for a week.
How's this for stupid, real quick? I'm gonna just rant with
DMX, how many? Real quick, then we'll go.
2.
15. DMX has 15 kids.
You should have seen the pattern. You kept going up, and
15 kids. I wonder how many baby mamas that is. I don't know, but it's got to be a lot.
How's this for ridiculous with Pandora? Okay, I decide I want to listen to 2 Live Crew, right? 2 Live Crew is what we're talking about. We on the same page? Do you understand what I'm saying? 2 Live Crew?
Yeah.
They're playing edited music of all the other music on the station. If I choose to listen to 2 Live Crew, I'm good with the explicit
Popping the
lyrics.
pussy. Yeah, everything.
The words are okay. You don't have to worry about hiding anything from me. So, but yeah, I think we're out of time, man.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun. It's been another great episode of The Side Piece. Talking about Eminem.
We did a couple top 5s.
And a bunch of top 5s. Now you know how many kids are out there in the hip hop world.
Yeah. 15.
Now 15 fucking kids, man. You've been busy. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
See you.
Here on The Side Piece.
You watching Terry Productions.